In this video, we're trading the NQ here, going in the power hour. We just started the strategy. All the parameters are down here on the chart. Buttons are here. Strategy is enabled when the button is green. It's gray when it's off. So with our trend filter, if the market is trending up, it'll only take up trades. If it's trending down, it'll only take down trades. So the market here, it looks like it just had a little pullback after hitting a high, so it's not going to take this long trade that just triggered. So here's our time in sales to show that it's traded live. So with the trend filter, you say this, well, I just missed this trade, I could have easily made some money, but look what just happened. You would have got whacked. So it gets short right away. That's why automation is power. There's no way you could do the Autotrader will out-trade anybody. I always said that, always will. It's more accurate than a human being because it's been programmed with an algorithm. So you just let it do its thing, and the trail stops and the profit targets will all manage themselves, and you don't have to struggle over when to get in, when to get out. So market wants to go down here, and it should hit our first profit target at 18 ticks, and then our trail stop will kick in like it just did. And we're selling off nicely. We're up over 300 bucks. There goes our trail stop. And we just need to get a little bit lower, and we can bring our, you can always move this if you wish. Protect your profits, even though the trail stop, but that may take us out. So that's up to you whether to use it or not. And we're halfway to our goal, and let's see if the bottom falls out here. Bring the time and sales. They got lost there when I moved the chart. I don't know why NinjaTrader doesn't do something where you can lock this right in. So the market's not too weak, so we're getting a little bounce here, and we just got stopped out. And of course you say, well, it should have took this long, but the trend is down. So the filter works very good. I'll show you a trade that we did earlier for a substantial gain. So this could be just a little pop and then drop, falling off the cliff mode. If you had a smaller profit goal, say 200-300, you've already been out this trade. So let's see if the overall trend continues lower, and we get another short here, and then we should hit our goal. So you just sit back and let the automation do the work for you.
Order submitted.
There we go. See, typically you can, we got our profit goal at 18 ticks on the NQ, which you can hit. Usually it goes in 20 to 25 tick ranges here. So it should hit it, and then we're at our goal. And that's it, trade's over. So it hit our profit target. Mark this on the chart, this green line. We didn't have to press any buttons. We didn't have to do nothing. It's all power of automation. And that's the way the Autotrader works. There's our time in sales. Show it's a live trade. And let's look at the strategy performance. Right click on the chart. Select performance. Real time. And there it is. It's that same thing you see on the website. 542 profit, as it shows, or 545 profit, commissions 24, Average trade 136, largest winning trade 171, and profits per month on a 30-day basis is over 16,000. So now you say, well, why don't you have a, larger goal? Well, typically when you're starting with the auto trader, you should, if you're trading 2 contracts, go for $200 to $300. If you're trading 3, go for 5. So you don't need to have $1,000, $2,000 goals, because right now the market is just going sideways. It's not breaking out or doing anything. So if you use the auto trader each day and have consistent profits of 300 to 500 a day, that adds up quite substantially on a weekly basis. So 200 a day is 1,000, 300 is 1,500, and do the math on the month. Then once you use the auto trader for 3 to 6 months, or like when I first started out with it, I was quite happy doing 200 to 300 with it over 10 years ago. And then I upped my goal and, eventually got to 5. But it does take some time to learn the software, learn the markets, and there's nothing wrong with hitting a $500 goal. I mean, we could have easily had 6, but 5 works for me. We only needed 2 trades, because we're using 18 ticks. And as you see, the power of the trend filter, like I said, a lot of people thought this would be a good long entry because it bottomed out, but no, then the bottom fell out, falling off the cliff look. So it stair-stepped its way down. And just like this one here, you thought it should have been a long, and phew, down it went. And then our trail stop worked great, and down it went. So let's look at a trade from earlier. So here's our trade earlier in ES. And as you see, we going for a simple $600 profit goal. There's our parameters. Market comes down, sells off. We hit our goal. So we hit our goal for 600 on ES, and then a nice $500 on NQ. So that's a $1,000 goal. That's $5,000 a week, $20,000 a month. What more do you need? Now, if you've been trading for 3 or 5 years, you're probably a successful trader, and using the auto trader, yeah, you can go for higher goals, but just starting off with it, you got to start small. You got to learn how to make $100 before you can make 1,000. That's what I always tell everyone, and it's true. So here's our trade earlier in the NQ, and I wanted to show you how the trend filter kept us out of some trades. So right here we start the auto trader, has a down move, so it kept us out of this short here that would have been stopped out. And then it didn't take this long because the trend was down, and then it went short. And our trail stop kicks in after what did I say, 18 ticks, and down it goes, protects our profit, gets us out nicely. Didn't take the long here because the trend was down. That would have been stopped. Gets another short. Trail stop works great. Didn't take this long because the trend was down, and then took this short. So that's why you let the software do the work, because most traders would have said, oh, this is a bottom here, go long, boom, stopped out, falls short, falls faster, and then it reverses. They would have said, oh, shit, I ain't taking that one, I'll get stopped again. Then they missed it, but the overall trend was down, and that's why the trend filter works, and that's why you let the power of automation, the software, do the work for you. And these patterns repeat each day in the market, so it's not like I just got lucky here. These patterns repeat daily, and you trade them. Okay, so that was a live trade with our Trading123 Autotrader in the NQ. Now let's go take a look at the parameters. for the strategy. Very simple. We use the same thing each and every day. So here are the parameters for the strategy. And this is what you use to set up the software each and every day. At the top, you got long and short trades on and off. They're all default. You leave them as is. Then you got your time settings. If you're trading the New York sessions, just leave those default. Then you can trade the afternoon if you want, pre-market, what have you. And then here's your order quantity. We're trading 3 contracts total. We're trading 2 contracts and then 1. And the reason why I did 2 contracts and 1 instead of 1, 1, 1 is basically, the market's in a little bit of a tighter range. So on my first 2 contracts, I got an 18 tick profit target. And with that, that'll enable me to get about $250 to $270 profit. And then I'm halfway to my goal. So like I showed you, we only had 2 trades and it hit its goal. So why use 18 tick profit target? Well, NQ probably, usually trades in a range of 20 to 24 ticks. So we want to capture 3/4 of that. 18 works. And then if you had these at 111, you would put 18, 34, and then use 0 as a runner. Then our stop loss, where we were using 30, got to use something at least above 22, 24, so 30 worked. And then our trail stop, we have that activated, and it doesn't kick in until after 20 ticks and trails by 28, because if you have that too low, it'll kick in and then you'll get stopped out. And this is all explained in the manual and videos. And then our daily profit goal, and you can set that to whatever your trading style is. But just first starting out, you should, trading 1 or 2 contracts, $200 works fine. The market will always be there, so there's no hurry. Trade and make $200 for a couple months, and then slowly up your goal $100. And then after a year, you should be able to be doing 500, which is 10K a month. So that's the Trading123 Autotrader strategy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.